Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana.
All right. Oh, no, don't eat it. Oh, nah, Spud would never eat the nearite snails. All right. So, hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking a little bit about the common mistake on why or how, like, what's the reason why my pufferfish isn't eating. I think that's one of the most common question I get on Instagram, TikTok, and there's like multiple things that I guess you could say that involves your pufferfish not eating. But I just want to show you guys before we get into this. Just look at the tank, guys. Like, my goodness, this is sexy, yo. Look at this. I added some pots for him to hide in. He was actually sleeping in this one last night. And I've also noticed, which is like kind of, I guess, dangerous. He's been digging a hole like under the pipe here. So he goes in the pipe, and then in order to get out, he'll like blow air just to make a little like hole so he can just like squeeze out. But this is like getting dangerous because I've noticed this thing over here, and I'm like, oh, could like Spud like squeeze his way out? But the tube is here too, so he wouldn't be able to even do anything. But I've noticed Spud has been checking it out once in a while. But anyways, we're gonna go and get into like just kind of some of the factors. What do you have to do when that happens to you? Like, Spud has been eating snails now, which is awesome, but he wasn't just eating snails. Like, it took a while for me to get him to eat the snails, to be honest. And if you guys don't believe it, we've been posting videos on our Instagram about it. But basically, there's reasons for your pufferfish not eating food. Oh, I need to clean the tank. This is gross. So I guess let's just talk about pufferfish just in general. Pufferfish can be very fussy, and there's multiple factors for that. I would say the top three is you have your pH is off in your tank. I think that's one of them for sure. I've noticed that if the pH is too high or too low, they start acting very funny, very funky. And in order to balance your pH, you need to get a water test kit, which we have down here. All my stuff for my tanks is here. So we have the water test kit, sorry. And yeah, so basically you use that, and then you go based on the chart to see, you know, I'm curious, why is the sand doing this over here? You guys see this? It's like, what's causing this? Weird. So yeah, you get a water test kit, and then you kind of like play around with your pH. If your pH is too high, you need to add more driftwoods, which is why I have this big piece in this side of the tank. I had a bigger piece on Oz's side, but I think Oz didn't like the piece because it was just too big, and I actually didn't like it. It was too big. If my tank was not divided, I would put that driftwood just because it is a pretty cool looking driftwood. But yeah, it was too big. So yeah, driftwoods helps balances out the pH. Sometimes there are certain rocks that you buy, like I know we had the elephant stone rocks. Those are kind of hard, that they will actually elevate the pH, and sometimes when you buy rocks they'll say like will increase the pH. I know cereal rocks, they're pretty neutral for keeping the pH balanced. These rocks are good too. These are like lava stone slate rock or something like that. I don't know, they're cool. But rocks, sometimes you will need to remove some of the rocks. I like using lava stone rocks just because plants grow very well on lava rocks. Like by a certain amount of times the roots will actually start attaching to the lava rocks, which is nice for growth. Um, Now that I'm looking at this plant, I need to add a little bit more iron in my tank. And yeah, the plant is not the best looking plant just because this kid has been biting the roots off for some reason. As you guys can see in the back here, one of them is like snapped off. Um, so yeah, that's one of the factor. The other factor is your tank is dirty. So believe it or not, pufferfish don't like dirty water. So there's actually been conversations around this, and I've seen other Instagram pages talk about it, and I actually did not know this until I was talking to a fellow friend. And apparently pufferfish, they don't just puff up for no reason. Apparently, um, in the wild, they'll puff up if the waters are too dirty, and basically because these pufferfish live in high current waters, they will puff up and go all the way at the top, get carried by the flow of the river, and until they see that the water is more visible, they'll deflate, which I did not know, which kind of makes sense, right? So for example, when the water is dirty, I've noticed that Spud, his colors will change, and usually when his colors are changing, that means he's not very happy and something is going on that I need to figure out. So a lot of times I'll do water change just a little bit just to keep the sand nice and clean. Algae, I would say that's not really an issue for them. I think you should have a little bit of algae in your tank just for the natural bacteria. And I'm not saying you should clean your tank every day. I think 1 week or 2 weeks is good. But you want to keep a clean environment for these little guys. The other thing is, maybe there's not actually, no, let's talk about this one. This one is the biggest issue. You're feeding them, you're basically giving in, let's just say that. A lot of fish keepers, especially for pufferfish, I don't know who told you it's a good idea to feed them shrimp, but I see that common mistake a lot of time. Like Oz, actually, he's fussy when he eats. He only eats worm, to be honest. Eventually, I'll try to starve him to the point where he'll eat roach again. He used to eat roach because I need to trim his teeth at the end of the day. I could still feed him like small fish, and then I guess like the bones, like as it's crunching. Even like shrimps, it's good for his teeth, like something hard. But shrimp is not something you should be feeding them every day, and I think a lot of fish keepers do that because it's something that they like and it's easy for them to eat. But the problem with shrimp is it contains a bacteria which is over time will essentially kill the fish, which we see that a lot. I'll see like somebody has a puffer fish, they'll have the puffer fish for like a year or two, and then it just randomly dies. Well, that bacteria in the shrimp is what causes that, and we have a whole explanation on our Instagram page in our highlights about it. I forgot what it's called. It's called like thymazine, I think it's called. And over time, that thymazine bacteria will kill the fish. Also, when we do feed shrimp, there's that little like black line on the shrimp that we do remove. That again is not good for the fish. Uh-oh. No, what are you doing, kid? What are you... No, don't go down there. Please. I'm gonna have to move the sand so he doesn't check it out. Or maybe put a rock there. So that's probably the biggest one is you're constantly giving in, you're feeding him shrimp, and then now he doesn't want to eat anything else. And we've had that problem with Finn actually, where Ty had to starve him for like 2 weeks. And don't get me wrong, starving the fish doesn't harm the fish. Actually, pufferfish can go like 2 weeks, sometimes 18 days without eating. They're able to consume their energy, and that's why they bury themselves in the sand, especially these ones, until something goes in front of them and they'll eat it, right? So I guess the trick for how to make them eat something that they don't like is basically you have to starve them. It's obviously hard to do, and obviously we all care about our little guys, but for us to eat, oh my, what is he doing? For us, for us and Spud to eat different food, I had to basically, what is he doing? Oh no, don't tell me he's gonna. Yeah, for Oz and Spud to eat basically different food, I had to basically starve them. Usually 7 days should be fine. If 7 days is not enough, you'll have to do 2 weeks. And yeah, to the point basically where they'll just give in and they'll start eating that food. Once you feed them that food, you have to keep repeating that cycle. So basically, you feed them roach after 7 days, you wait 3 days, and you feed them again roach. Don't go back to the shrimp or the worm diet, right? And as more and more they get used to that food, then they'll start eating different food. So basically, Spud right now, he's eating worms, he's eating shrimp, he's eating small fish like guppies that we have over here that I've been breeding, and he's eating snails now, which is awesome for them, those little teeth. So I just wanted to make a quick video here for you guys, just because I know this is one of the most common questions we get. Don't worry, reach out to us if you have any questions. But yeah, basically, I want you guys to take away from this video, be patient and don't give in, because these little guys will take advantage of you. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.